Welcome to Twale TV. Thank you. Deadline day transactions, the usual scenarios. Everybody rushing to sign, everybody rushing to do medical. Well, we will take you through the ones we feel kind of key, because we can't go through everything, really, to be honest. We have Anthony at Manchester United. He has signed. Well, what that signaled for me as a person who has been reading into all this Ronaldo saga for the last couple of months, is more or less the beginning of an issue. I won't use any negative word regarding Ronaldo anymore. I've said more than enough. Okay? Anthony is there as the main man now, as a striker. And you have Martial, who is injured. When he's okay, he will come back. And you have Rashford. So Ronaldo is more or less playing second fiddle. Whether he likes it or not, he's going to be on the bench. But guess what? Ronaldo has been known to be throwing tantrums, even when there was no transfer window deadline. He throws tantrum for not playing. He makes gestures that is very depressing, that is not good for any dressing room. Now you imagine him facing the reality that he's going to be at Man U till January at least. I tell you what, is nothing but disaster. End of story. Let's wait and watch what happens. And then we have Chelsea. Okay, good news. This is what all Chelsea fans have been dreaming of, in a way, you know, looking at a very bad spell to this new season. We've got Aubameyang at last. He is having his medical in London. Okay, we've got Aubameyang. This is not the end of the problem. Okay? I've always thought, okay, if we get Aubameyang, yes, we're in contention for the title. City and Liverpool, yeah, should watch out. Excuse me? No. Aubameyang is here now, but look at the key players we've lost. Okay? We've got another midfielder from Juve, Zakaria. When we are letting Billy Gilmour having medical at Brighton, excuse me, I would take Billy Gilmour every day long. This is a guy who's been tested in the Premier League. He's an international. Look at his display at the Euro for Scotland. So we're taking a guy who Zakaria costs 4 million, and he's been at Juve. It's less than a year. But they had to get rid of him because Pogba is there now, and they have a couple of more midfielders who are before Zakaria in the pecking order. So we are happy to take a third choice of Juve, leaving out our young talent. Sometimes when you have too many talents, you do lose out on some of them, you know, because it's happened to Chelsea over the years. There are so many talents that's come through our doors, but because we have so many of them, we sometimes don't know which one to hold on to. And I won't be surprised if Billy Gilmour will be one of those that we lost out on, because the guy should be there. If we are having problem in the midfield, we have Connor, we have Billy Gilmour. We are letting them go. It doesn't make me happy, to be honest with you. I don't see any major development with Chelsea now. Really, I'm really concerned, because even if Aubameyang can't even play for another 4 weeks. He's got an injury. Okay, he's got a broken jaw, so the guy can't even play for 4 weeks. So we're still going to have the same striker issue for the next 4 weeks. I don't know. I really don't know. We have Batshuayi, a good guy, a good striker in my view. He's going to Nottingham Forest. Mr. Thomas Tuchel would have a lot to answer to. I can tell you that he would have a lot to answer to, because even if these guys click, even if we gel immediately, do you know the meaning of catching up, Mr. Thomas Tuchel? You're going to be playing catching up. Yeah, you're going to be playing catching up with City and Arsenal. Even Liverpool will be playing catching up. Yes. So they have set the momentum now. Arsenal, City, they have set the momentum. Say, yes, we are here. We have been ready before the season begins. And it shows. Look at the way City are going now. Look at the way Arsenal are going. So look at where Chelsea is. Okay, let's say we're lucky. We are able to pull together and gain momentum. That will still be maybe another 2 weeks. So, excuse me, I think the pace for this season has been set already, and whoever is not in that pace would have to play catch up. And I'm talking about the second fiddles, because Chelsea, Liverpool, we're all second fiddles now. Arsenal, City, I'm not saying they're not going to, they won't have their own blip, or they won't lose games, or they won't have draws. They're not going to win every game till the end of the season. But because they have set the standard now, say this is who we are. We are the ones contesting for this title. We are the two who haven't lost any game. So whoever is behind us would have to catch us. So you'd have to be praying for them to lose a game or to have a bad spell so that you can catch up. In this league, you would have to know that if you are better off being in front than playing catch up. Seriously. So that's that with Chelsea. It pains me that after, even with Aubameyang, I haven't got anything to celebrate. Seriously. So we leave that. Arsenal, good guy. I said yesterday that all Arsenal needed was to get like a couple of players or few players to have the same depth in squad as the Man Cities and the Liverpools. But they're able to I think they're going to round up getting David Luiz from Aston Villa. Fantastic midfielder. Fantastic. They've got a couple of injuries in the midfield. Their captain, Odegaard, is injured for now. Partey. So they have a couple of problems in the midfield. So they've got David Luiz. Hopefully, he will be able to keep up with the momentum. He will be able to keep up with the rhythm they've created already. And, I hope they're still in there. I hope they stay in there. So that's my view with Arsenal. There's nothing wrong with Arsenal. They are there, and it's for whoever is not where they are to catch up with them. So well done on that. Leicester, I think they signed a defender for 15 million. Can't even remember the guy. That's how unimportant it is. So Leicester are going to face a real issue this season. They've been doing it for the last couple of seasons, catching in on players who wanted to leave. It's easy for clubs to pretend as if, it's the players who wanted to leave. We have no choice. We have to let them go. Excuse me, if you're building to compete, if you're building to stay in a particular bracket, whether you're aiming for top 4, top 6, or you're aiming to just survive, be in the top 10, or you're aiming to just be a Premier League player, whichever way you can command the magic to just be in there, bottom 10, you don't mind. You know your standard. You know what you set. So Leicester have always shown that they're setting a standard of catching up with the top 4, with the top 6. Right now, they should be happy if they remain in this league. With what they have done this season, it might backfire. Okay? Look at where they are on the table. Bottom, even though it's only 4 or 5 games. But look at where they are. Look at their squad. That tells you what would happen towards the mid-season. And we're going to have World Cup in a couple of months. So that's going to break momentum. Normally, we don't get the break until January, somewhere during winter. That's when people feel the heat of the Premier League. But right now, World Cup is going to break the momentum. People are going to go for that World Cup in November, the unusual kind of occasion. The World Cup has never been played in November, but we're having it this year. So it might cause problem for some people in good run. It might bring back luck for some with a bad run. So we never know what that World Cup is going to cost. During along the season rather. So Leicester, it's bad prediction. Whichever way you look at it, it's nothing good for them. Okay. So then we have Nottingham Forest again. Batshuayi. I'm sure you all know who Batshuayi is. It's always been on loan from one club to another. It's one of those Chelsea talents that can't keep a regular place and would rather go on loan because the guy doesn't want to sit on the bench. So he's regularly going on loan here and there. But it's an international for Belgium. It's a credible striker. He's good enough for this league. And Nottingham Forest are negotiating to get him again. He's having his medical. Okay, look at the amount of strikers they've got. Awoniyi, Emmanuel Dennis from Watford. They've got Batshuayi now. And they've got Jesse Lingard. He might not be an outright striker, but he scores goals. He's a typical number 10. He's an attacker. So I'd love to see, the outcome of all this, Nottingham Forest magic. That, the people are still not talking, enough about Nottingham Forest, but I'm giving them thumbs up every day. Every day I give Nottingham Forest thumbs up because we have to just imagine what they are doing as a newly promoted club. They've signed the 28th player. They might end up signing the 23rd tonight, okay? Transfer window is only a couple of hours away. It's a shame. We can't, or should I say, I can't wait till the deadline time, which is 11 o'clock. I have to get the podcast out to you, our fans, because, a lot of people are telling us, hey, Amo, stop sending us stuff at night, because some of us have work. Excuse me too. So we have to go to sleep. So that's the reason we can't wait till the end of the transfer window at 11 o'clock before the podcast. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. That's it tonight. I'll come back tomorrow with more of the conclusion of the transfer news tonight and our view on what we think the influences or the influences of the new players. Because all these players, we want to see exactly what influence they would add to the club they've just come into. So we will see. Let's wait till tomorrow. We'll see. I'm thirsty. I need some water. Thank you. Ciao. See you tomorrow. Ciao. Good night. Go and subscribe, Go and subscribe. Tell your friends and tell your friends to tell their friends and everybody to tell everybody. Yes. Let them go and subscribe, please. Thank you. The subscription number is getting, better. We thank you. Those ones who are doing it for us, we thank you. We love you, as always. So we'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.